Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and as part of the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, biometrics for America Chavez and other characters like Miles Morales and Nova Sam Alexander, we got 20 or 30 biometrics for Spider-Man 2099 yesterday, and I accidentally accepted them already, though they will appear in your inbox into the gift tab. So if you just click acquire all, you'll see it there. Or if you can already see in your roster that you have a 1-star or a 2-star unlockable Spider-Man 2099, which would look like this if you don't have his uniform, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this video is essentially going to try to answer the question, of whether or not you should build up Spider-Man 2099. Now, in the current climate for the game and for his current value compared to other characters, especially considering he cannot go to tier 3 and he cannot be transcended and awakened, he doesn't have any of those abilities, I do not think, just right off the bat, I do not think he is worth awakening, or he's worth a mega rank up ticket and a mega tier 2. A mega rank up ticket would only bring him up to 6 stars, which would allow you to primarily take advantage of his leadership, which is 50% ignore dodge. That's not bad. It's actually pretty meta for the current season of ABX, but ABX rewards are really bad, so you don't invest for ABX yet until the rewards are better. And there are other characters that you can get basically for free, Bullseye, etc., that can give you that 50% ignore dodge. So what if you give him a mega rank up ticket, or you get him to 6 stars, and then you use a mega tier 2 ticket? Well, getting him to tier 2, giving him a mega tier 2 ticket, or whatever, however you get him to tier 2, will make him a lot better. It unlocks his tier 2 passive, which increases his survivability by a lot, and it increases accelerated decoy, which basically allows him to become invisible when he gets hit. He's a really cool character. He's a very, very cool character, and with his newest uniform, which is kind of old now, but with his newest uniform, they did increase, although they only changed 2 skills, I believe. People saw this uniform and they were like, wow, it's so lazy. But then with the 10% increased damage to villains, which is not much, but it's something, and the changes to Spider Mirage, he actually gets a huge bump. So Spider Mirage adds the remove active buff, incapacitation, which is really nice. You can move around using the skill with the V-pad, which is great. And then he's got accumulation, which is awesome. We all know how good accumulation is when damage dealt. So let's take him into some content so you can see what he's working with. You can see how good he is. I've got a stage 7 overdrive ISO 8 set. I've got a CTP of energy with a 200% damage proc, which is very, very well rolled. I've got 5-star Uru here. No Odin's blessings. I've got some of his gears to 22, but most of them are at 20. And then we rolled crit rate on that one there because we have tons of crit damage from his CTP. So there we go. We got 64%, 64.5% crit rate. Keep in mind he does get crit rate from his accumulation, but we're not going to rely on the accumulation alone because it's only 0.3% crit rate and all attack. 0.3 is pretty low. You want to see at least 0.7 like Cable to see some big gains. But we've got basically capped ignore defense cooldown, and then we've got 37% dodge and 196 crit damage. The other nice thing about Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, is he not only has, of course, the spider sensibility, but he also has the leadership ability. And I believe his 5th skill, oh, it's actually not his 5th skill, his 3rd skill has all defense down. It's only minus 45, but it does ignore immunity, which is pretty good. So if you use him with White Fox's leadership and you use her debuff leadership, that 45 gets multiplied up to 63, which is pretty good. I haven't tried it out, to be honest. For the most part, you're going to be using Scarlet Spider, Spider-Man 2099 for either World Boss or Shadowland. He had some time for PvP, but that was a long time ago. Pretty much no speed types are meta right now in PvP besides Black Widow and Yelena, because they just can't survive against Silver Surfer's ignore or dodge counter, or ignore iframe counter, and other characters like that. So yeah, he has some value for Conquest, I guess. But yeah, I don't think he's going to do very well against Galactus. And for the most part in World Boss, he's going to excel against Corvus, of course, because he's a speed type and he has ignore dodge. So that's like a no-brainer there. Quicksilver for, same reasons. Scarlet Witch because he has type advantage and he deals physical damage. And then Proxima. He might not actually be bad against Cable. But yeah, only 5 world bosses for him at the current moment. Now, if he got a tier 3, if he got an upgrade, maybe he could be a lot better. We don't know. But let's take him into a stage 70 and let's see how he performs here. We are going to put a team together that's going to benefit him. All right, we're gonna back out of this team and we're gonna put together. He doesn't have the weapon master. Oh, you know what? I could use Scarlet Spider, but I think for Scarlet Spider, I don't even know what would be better. Let's just use Nick Fury because we want to get extra damage against villains. Scarlet Spider does give him, what does he give him here? Let's see. He gives him increased damage, and then, yeah, he already has the skill damage, bonus damage, so you're just getting the increase damage to superheroes and villains, which is not bad. You could probably use them in tandem, which could be pretty cute, but, yeah. So we're actually not using his leadership, which is pretty funny. All right, we switched around the strikers just a little bit, but here we go. Let's see. Oh, we're going to just open with 5 here. Okay, that damage is really, really good. We're going to use 4 for the iframe. We've got, oh, we're invisible here because of Lila. We're going to use 3. We procced a little bit early. That's okay. There's the all defense down. Yeah, he can easily do stage 70. Wow, okay. I didn't think this was going to be that easy. For a tier 2 unawakened, untranscended character, this is pretty nice. Okay. Yeah. We're going to try to apply the all defense down and then proc. So the 3 cancel 5 is a really nice combo. And then you can see if you can get it to land quite well. It is quite potent. And he's got like a really nice playstyle, I will say that. You know, unlike some other characters, he's got a really fun playstyle. And he's one of the stronger... See, he goes invisible. Yeah, easy peasy, nice. He is one of the strongest Spider-Verse characters. He just doesn't have a lot of value outside of World Boss. You know, speed characters, speed types tend to have less stats, which means they tend to do less damage. So he makes it harder for him to do content like Galactus, etc., squad battle. The nice thing here as well, which is tough to sort of quantify, is that his third skill... Oh, I keep proccing on the 3. His third skill, or not his third skill, sorry, his 5th skill continues. So even if he gets kind of interrupted, his like once you press his 5th skill, it kind of just keeps going. It's almost like it has iframe ignore. It doesn't hit when the enemy's in iframe, but it does sort of continue. It almost doesn't need a target. Now we keep not proccing on 5, so we're actually going to skip 3 to just see the raw damage of 5. That was so easy. So that was the stage 70. We did use full strikers and leadership and passive and supports and stuff, but yeah, that was nice. He's definitely, you know, he's not quite Scarlet Spider, but he's definitely very, very good. Let's go against Proxima here. We'll go up to stage 75. Proxima's quite a bit more difficult than Corvus, but let's see what he can do. Now, I know from the perspective of your full roster, you probably don't have space for another debuff character. Another character that requires a debuff leadership. So I do understand that as far as Scarlet Spider or as far as Spider-Man 2099 goes. You know, you've already got Mystique, Doctor Strange, you know, all these characters that need White Fox Beta Ray build, that need White Fox, that need Dr. Voodoo, that need Enchantress. Maybe it's time for us to get a new debuff lead, but yeah, it does make them pretty scarce. So giving one to a newly ranked up Spider-Man 2099 who only goes up to -45, probably not your idea of a good sound investment, and I would agree with you, but he's pretty fun, right? Is he meta? No, definitely not. He could be meta. He definitely needs more, you know, buffs and things like that to be meta. He might not need a new all defense down setting. Man, I keep proccing. He would obviously be best with a rage if you haven't already figured it out, because I keep proccing on 3 by accident. 3 has so few hits at the beginning, and I keep proccing on it. But it's really nice. You can see with his 5 how I sort of... So she was going to throw that spear at me, so I sort of... I used the V-pad. I used the joystick to move away from her. So it's really nice there. He's very much a spider in the sense that his skills move him around a lot. So he has that sort of like dodgy appeal. And it's just really cool how his 5th skill looks. He jumps up in the air. He starts webbing like crazy. Procced again on 3. Good times. Good times. And he's tanky because of his tier 2 passive, right? He gets hit and he becomes invisible. It doesn't proc, you know, it doesn't proc infinitely, so it has like an internal cooldown. But it's really, really good. Oh, I got frozen there. Okay, we're gonna finish her here. Also, the range on his 5th skill is really nice. You can start the 5th skill from almost anywhere. Trying to push her to the next phase. Okay. Yeah, Proxima's a lot harder than Corvus, but he can hang. He can hang. Is he the best clear for this? No. Is he gonna? Can he one-shot like Scarlet Spider? Not quite. Maybe there's a one-shot technique out there for Spider-Man 2099, but I don't know it, and I'm not gonna bother trying to figure it out here. I just want to show you guys what just regular non-one-shot content looks like. They basically can just phase tank, which is pretty dope. I'm missing all of my procs here. I'm procking at the end of 5, which is pretty dope. Okay, I'm trying to get the all defense down to apply at the end of the rotation so we can go into 5. There we go. It's almost a bar's worth of damage. So we apply the all defense down and we do 5. Yeah, it's like almost a bar. She hasn't done Frenzy yet, which is really nice. Oh, we got canceled there. We went a little bit too far. Oh, I'm in trouble. I got snared. He's missing a heal, really. But she might do the spears soon here. Doing really well though. I think we got this. Nice. Okay. He's so tanky for a speed type character. Like, he's obviously the polar opposite of Scarlet Spider in terms of tankiness, because you can just rotate, you know, 5-3-4, whatever, 5-4-3, and he does really well. So he's got a very nice base kit of skills. He's just lacking, you know, higher all defense down or more buffs, or a heal, or ignore iframe, things like that. He's lacking some of these other abilities or these other sort of buffs and stats that would really push him over the top. But he could, like, with a few tweaks, if I could tweak the character, for example, I could make him a big threat for either PvP or PvE, mainly because you've got a long iframe with VPAD on 5 for repositioning, and you've got this accelerated decoy, which is just so good. It's like a mini Black Widow 4th skill, giving you that invisibility, that 2-second invisibility every 5 seconds. Now, you have to get hit, so it's a bit dangerous. If you get hit and take a bunch of damage, then it's not worth it. But yeah, and he doesn't have any immunity. If he had like a 2-second immunity or a 3-second invincibility or something like that, then that would help, again, trigger the accelerated decoy without taking damage. But otherwise, you're getting a lot of dodge. It's got 15%. Well, 15% ignore dodge is not much, but it's something, along with whatever my base 30%. So, yeah. But yeah, so that's Spider-Man 2099. Not the best character in the game, but certainly no slouch either. Able to do pretty decent and varied World Boss Ultimate content. He's also great for Shadowland. He can go way higher than that Stage 32 Spider-Verse, but that's one stage that you could use him on at Tier 2, level 62. And then he can do some other content. Maybe he could, like, maybe with a Rage, he could do Galactus. Maybe I'll try with an Energy at some point, and if it's fun, I'll post that. But yeah, not a character that I would invest in at this point in time in the game, unless you have an abundance of resources. Like, I'm talking more resources than I have. Otherwise, I would say just keep your 1-star, 2-star Spider-Man 2099. Wait for the day where he gets a Tier 3 or an Awakening/Transcendence. And then maybe revisit. Oh, I'll revisit him, and then maybe you can too. But he'll probably get a new uniform at that point, which is why at this point I wouldn't invest in this uniform unless you love the character. If you love the character, if you love Miguel, then yeah, pull the trigger. He's really not that bad. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of that. It's nice that they gave us basically a free 2-star Spider-Man 2099 since he's pretty rare. He's premium. I want them to do more of these types of giveaways like they did for Thane and Red She-Hulk and stuff like that, for the other premium characters at different points in time of the year. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.